Rachel, if there's one thing we like to do on this podcast,
Yes.
it's bring the boom. Now, you don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. I'm already terrified.
So, what's crazy is, like, because you're not big on TikTok other than, like, running our account.
Yeah, like, I post stuff, and then, like, when
it's always, like, it's never, like, stuff that I, like...
No. Mike's TikTok is a wild place.
I haven't posted in, like, 9-10 months at this point. Like, I think I've kind of just given up on it. Or not given up, but, like, just not fun anymore.
Right.
But, like... Yeah, but the thing, I go on it, obviously. Like, I go on TikTok and I scroll, and you don't sort of, like, wade in the depths of content, usually.
No.
Like, I'll come in here, you're watching, like, MSNBC or something, you know? Like, you...
Yeah.
Like, you
or,
usually,
like, I'll watch, like, the Kimmel from the night before, the Colbert monologues.
Yeah, like, you usually highbrow stuff. So whenever something crazy happens on... Not crazy, but, like, whenever a trend happens on TikTok or something, like... I just know that, like, it must, through your eyes, it must look absolutely insane.
Yeah, probably. I already don't even know where you're going. I'm so scared.
So, recently...
Okay.
Let me say, what would you say if I told you that I would say the biggest internet personalities right now, it all started in a Costco. Because they're the Costco guys.
What?
So, AJ they're nicknamed AJ, or Big AJ, Big Justice, and the Rizzler. Now, Big AJ and Big Justice, Big AJ is Big Justice's father. They're just two fellas, father and son, and they like going to Costco.
Got it.
And so you remember there was a TikTok trend back where it's like, we're hockey players. We're hockey players.
Oh, yeah, we're hockey
Of course we've done that.
I do know that trend.
So they did we're Costco guys. Now,
all right.
This is how it started.
Okay.
Just press on it.
This is such a New Jersey accent.
They live in Florida, though.
No, actually, it's more like Long Island.
I think they were from Long Island. They live in Florida. Like where Tommy and
Yeah, this is a Long Island accent. Yeah.
So that exploded. That blew up. So now, but it was just two guys in a Costco, right? Like, just hanging out. And there's a notable lack of the Rizzler in that.
I was going to say, I only saw two guys in there.
Yeah, essentially that became, like, everyone started calling them the Costco guys. And they would, and a lot of their stuff would center around Costco. They go into Costco and they'd be like, okay, like, let's do an over and under. Last time we were in Costco, our order was like $350 total. Like,
average Costco order.
What's do you think our next order will be over or under that? And they go in and they show all the things they're buying, and you know, like, it's kind of fun, just fun Costco stuff. Then, and like, by the way, there's no, like, sinister. At least I don't know from now, but, like, there's no, like, sinister undertones here, at least in my mind. Like, you know how usually when there's a kid involved or something, it will just, like you just feel like, you know, family vloggers, stuff like that. You feel like kids are being exploited. I don't necessarily feel it's because everyone looks like they're having fun.
Okay, fine.
But then they released a song.
No.
And this song, if you want to talk about songs that are stuck in heads.
I'm just gonna if Mike gets a song stuck in my head, I get to punch him.
Continue.
All right, here we go.
Big
age of
Justice.
12.
Yeah. So they're the father and son, your favorite father and son, and
Okay.
that's their song.
Got it.
So that obviously that song blew up, and so now there's an extended universe of Costco lore, because they brought in like friends and family to this.
Okay. Yeah, the wife and daughter were in right at the end of that.
So
video.
it's Ashley and Mother of Big Justice, and then there's other ones like Cousin Angelo, and his whole thing is he loves provolone.
Provolone.
They're all like very Italian, right? So it's all like
Oh, that part was immediately obvious.
exactly just by looking at them. I also like their eyes are so piercing, and their eyelashes, particularly Big Justice. Like
his eyelashes are off.
He looks like he's done like mascara. Exactly.
Yeah. JD Vance is jealous.
Exactly. Now, here enters the Rizzler. Now the Rizzler is a young rotund child.
Rotunda.
He is 8 years old.
Wait, that kid's 8?
He's 8 years old.
I need to keep some thoughts to myself. Okay, yeah.
And he is the internet's favorite person right now.
Okay.
I love the Rizzler because he does this thing called the Riz face. You know what Riz is, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah, you know.
Somewhat.
And so the Riz face is just him going like, and the whole thing is he's gonna steal your girl. He's the Rizzler. And he will.
That kid
Yeah,
is going to steal your girl.
Because he's the Rizzler.
Uh-huh.
When he gives your girl the Riz face, there's no coming back.
Oh, I can promise you.
No, he's the Rizzler. And so he is just a delight. However, he's not related to them.
They just found him?
He is like an online personality or whatever. Like his
He's
dad, like
8.
Well, his dad was just like videotaping him doing fun stuff. Like just like TikTok and be like, look what my son's doing. And then one day he's like, hey dad, like watch me hit the Riz face or whatever, just as like a joke. And that blew up, so now he's the Rizzler. And
as a society,
no, it's
this
harmless.
is wild.
It's harmless and it's great.
No, but this is what I'm saying is like, where are our attention spans?
Oh,
that,
it's
like
nothing.
Something like this could be
because here's the thing with the Costco guys too, is that they will like, because they post every day. But sometimes it's not. They have certain dance moves that they do all the time to their song. Mm-hmm. And sometimes they'll just post like it'll just be the song in the background, and all of them will be like doing the dance, like doing like
a dance.
But it's not like hard dancing. It's just like this, you know.
Okay, they're basically they're Italian wedding move dancing.
Exactly.
Got it.
But the Rizzler is great because he's just like this fun, lovable ball of a human being.
Okay.
Now this all culminated in them going on Jimmy Fallon last night. They were on Jimmy Fallon.
Okay.
Who I hate, by the way. I fucking hate Jimmy Fallon.
We don't need to unpack that.
I don't like him. I think he's the least authentic person in show business.
I love Kimmel and Colbert.
Yeah,
but John Oliver and Jon Stewart, the two Johns, are
they're
the
the
best.
goats. But and I would say James Corden's not on anymore. I would kill him. I would beat him with hammers for sure. James Corden.
Okay.
And I'll put that on record. James Corden. One day we're gonna go through the Reddit AMA of James Corden, and it's just everyone who's ever had a bad experience with him in public, because he's a notorious asshole in public. And it was just them showing up to his Reddit AMA, being like, "Hey James, why were you so mean to that waiter at that like Italian restaurant?"
Oh
like,
no!
Like stuff like that.
No, that'll be a fun episode. We're gonna have to do that.
I'm gonna do that. I think next week I'll pull up the James Corden slander hour. It'll be great. But as annoyed as you are at having to talk about the Rizzler now, that is how annoyed Jimmy Fallon was last night on the show.
Oh, so it's not just me.
No, but everyone else is having fun with it because it's so harmless and it's fun and it's dumb. Jimmy Fallon, like, there was contempt there.
Oh, I don't have contempt for that. I just think it's very ridiculous.
Because they go to Costco, right? Or like they'll go to like any store. Like they'll be like, there's this new like pizza place, let's go there. And they'll rate it on the boom or doom meter. We've done this before with like contracts, I think, where I was like, boom or doom. Those guys.
Hey, that works.
And so it was like, okay, let's rate it boom or doom. And what they do is they give it like 1 out of 5 booms, but everything ends up being 5 booms. And they go like, give it 5 booms, boom, 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 boom. Like they do that.
So it's not even a real rating system.
No, but it's funny and it's fun and it's hot. Like whatever. Jimmy Fallon, every time they tried to hit the boom, Jimmy Fallon would be like, oh yeah.
Like, no, don't do that.
Now, my favorite part about it though is the Rizzler. Like usually there's a hierarchy of where you sit on the Jimmy Fallon show.
Well, yeah,
right?
the closest to
is like the biggest star.
And then the second is the farthest. Like they bookend it.
Yeah. But frickin' the Rizzler, he was right up in that first chair as he runs it. Now, he's great. However, I did see a tweet that made me laugh very hard about the Rizzler, which was I was scrolling past and I saw the Rizzler on like a podcast, and that kid's breathing like a French bulldog. Can we stop like shoving 800 calorie cookies into him like so he can live past 35?
I mean,
this
those
is kind of true.
He's my concerns. Yes, like obviously, like there's no body shaming or anything, but under no circumstances should an 8-year-old be that big. I thought that kid was like 14, and even then I'm like,
you thought the Rizzler was 14 years old?
Look how big he is. Keep in mind, I've never seen this kid. I just looked at the picture and I was like, well, that kid's far too big to be like 7 or 8.
If that kid was 14 years old, like he would never like.
I thought he was like the.
There would be like a genetic problem.
Who is the guy that's like walking on the treadmill? That little baby-looking man thing.
What?
Yeah,
Hasbullah?
That guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
the baby-looking man thing.
Yes. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't do this.
God damn, that is mean. Oh my god.
I don't know any of the background of this guy.
Yeah.
I don't care either, clearly. But when I saw the Rizzler, first of all, didn't even know who that was. But I thought it was the same situation where that was an adult. That is a child. There is no child that should be that big. Do exercise, eat vegetables.
Now, Hasbullah is an adult.
Yes, that's why.
So
I
you thought
that
it was
example.
yeah. No, the Rizzler's like legitimately 8 years old.
Bad parenting.
That's
bad parenting.
They're just having fun.
No. The fun part is fine. He shouldn't be that unhealthy.
We should start giving vegetables like the Boomer Doom. like
a radish.
Because I care about the Rizzler. I love that kid.
Oh yeah, I'm not making fun of him. I'm like, this is not healthy.
His laugh his laugh is a ray of sunshine. It will light up the world.
So we need to keep him
He is
here.
just a kid who is having the time of his life. Imagine you're 8 years old and one day just making a funny video, you're like, hey dad, like check it out, I'm hitting the Riz face, like.
Yeah, so we need to protect this boy at all costs.
I
and
tweeted,
therefore we need to make sure that he eats healthy.
Like I tweeted today, I'm like, if you have a small child and you're not dressing your kid up as the Rizzler for Halloween, you are failing. You are failing. I was gonna at work, we were gonna me and 2 other friends in my department, we were gonna go as the Costco guys, and I offered to be the Rizzler.
Oh God. Okay. Well, yeah, I think there's no harm in good-natured fun. That's fine. I could see how some people would be a little bit concerned, given the message for those young kids. You can't just be shoving food in your mouth at that rate, at that age. That's not, if we're calling a spade here, that's not healthy. Mm-hmm. Right? So I'm all here for the fun. That part, I'm on board with.
Okay. Speaking of fun.
Okay.
Brent Burns. Now, you love McDonald's. This is where I knew you have it right there.
I have it. I'm drinking it.
I knew that you would get a kick out of this because this is...
This is good.
Actually, you know what? Before we go into Brent Burns, I have something that will make you mad. And I like doing that. So
okay, so let me get this straight. He got me all excited to talk about McDonald's.
Yeah. I think we're going to do something really quick. So Rachel, we're going to have another. Remember how we played a game about the World Cup or whatever it's called, the 4 Nations?
Oh yes.
Tussle, whatever it's called. There's another player that's being rumored to be on Team Canada.
No.
It's a defenseman.
Oh God.
Plays for a Canadian team. I want you to guess.
What nation?
Canada.
If you...
Plays for a Canadian team.
Okay. Let's knock off the I wouldn't be happy, but I could accept it.
Okay.
Guys, Thomas Chabot.
No, it's not him.
Okay. Josh Morrissey's going to be on the team. That's fine. Logan Stanley.
Nope. What are you? No, it's not that bad.
Okay.
Not that bad.
Tyler Myers.
No.
Okay. Morgan Riley, we know, is in the mix. Is it Chris Tanev?
No.
Okay.
But I mean,
that
wouldn't be terrible. Like,
but there are better, like,
as like a
Pietrangelo,
as like
Doughty.
a 7th or 8th defenseman.
No, there are better defensemen.
But they're gonna go for defenseman, like defensive defenseman, which is I don't know why.
Already bad. I hate it.
Just keep.
Okay. So Evan Bouchard, Noah Dobson. Like,
you were almost there with Evan Bouchard. Same team.
No.
Who?
No. I'm going to need to be hospitalized. You're telling... Is it Darnell Nurse?
Sure is.
He is so bad that they have spent years trying to find a partner so that his contract does not look like the worst deal in the league. What are you doing? Do we need to play the game again?
Yes, that's why I brought this up.
Okay.
So let's name 30 defensemen, 30 Canadian defensemen.
Okay, we're not naming 30.
Let's name...
Because you only have to take 8. So I bet you I could name double, 15. I could name 15.
By the way, that is not double.
16.
Okay, there you go.
Well, actually, you take 7.
Let's do 20. I bet we can do 20. 20 Canadian defensemen.
We can do at least 15.
Okay, let's try 15, but if we keep going, we keep going.
Okay. Well, his teammate.
Morgan Riley.
We're going to start with his teammate. Evan Bouchard. Morgan Riley.
Mm-hmm. Chris Tanev. Yes.
Yeah, Chris Tanev.
Yes.
Okay, let's
don't even dare pause on that. Chris Tanev.
Let's go with the really easy one.
Okay.
Cale Makar. Noah Dobson.
Mm-hmm.
We've named Evan Bouchard, so that's 3.
Evan Bouchard.
Morgan Riley. Drew Doughty. Shea Theodore.
Alex Pietrangelo.
Devin Taves. Okay, we're already at 8. Okay. This is already not going very well. I'm trying to think. Are there Canadian defensemen on...
Just go team by team.
Yeah, okay, so we took... Chabot.
Thomas
Chabot. Would take over him easily.
Jacob Chikrin
I would take.
That's 10. I just think, okay, Anaheim. Is there a Canadian
Olin
Zellweger?
Well, I don't know that he's better than
maybe
Darnell
not yet.
Nurse right now.
So then we go to Boston. Charlie McAvoy, no.
No.
Hampus Lindholm, no.
Yeah.
So we keep going.
Aaron Ekblad.
Buffalo.
Okay, well, Aaron Ekblad.
Okay, Aaron Ekblad.
1 is 11.
That's 11. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Brandon Montour?
Absolutely.
12.
Sean Dursey, even though he's injured, is still better.
Mm-hmm. That's 13.
Okay. Jared Spurgeon is American?
He's American.
Okay.
Let me check that.
Yeah, okay. Either way, comfortably better than Darnell Nurse. Vancouver doesn't have anybody that is of that ilk. Dougie Hamilton is 14.
Jared Spurgeon was born in Edmonton. That's 15. We can honestly we can keep going. Was Keandre Miller? Is he
No,
Canadian?
he's American.
He's American, yeah.
Yep, he is American. That is terrifying.
So far, the names that we've
named 2 full rosters worth.
Yeah.
And, yes, you can make the argument that maybe Thomas Chabot and Darnell Nurse are of the same ilk. But, Cale Makar, Devin Taves is a pairing.
Mm-hmm.
Evan Bouchard, Noah Dobson, pairing. Shea Theodore, Alex Pietrangelo is a pairing. Haven't even gotten to we did say Bouchard.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't even gotten to Morgan Riley or Drew Doughty or anybody else that would, he should be nowhere near this team. Not even at camp. You know how they do the World Junior Camp? You get invited and then they cut, half the team?
Yeah.
He would not even be invited. Should not be invited.
So
That is an abomination of a... So, Tom Wilson, Adam Lowry, and Darnell Nurse. Is Ken Holland running this team?
No, because those guys haven't committed crimes. If they committed crimes, then we'd know that Ken Holland is on that team.
Wait, is Stan Bowman?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say because
no, it's
whoa.
It's Doug Armstrong, Kyle Dubas, and John Cooper.
Okay, so historically speaking, coaches don't have a massive say in who's on the team.
Mm-hmm. But John Cooper did have a troubling quote recently.
Oh, no.
Which was just like, we want to, it's like we're trying to weigh whether we take the best players or we build the best team kind of.
You take the best.
And I'm like, this is
players.
sounding like Team USA bringing Justin Abdelkader.
So if you want a guy who plays
to the World Cup
in a more because Darnell Nurse is not going to play on the power play.
No.
Like that belongs
and he shouldn't play
to
in the penalty kill.
Cale Makar and Evan Bouchard, very clearly.
Mm-hmm.
There is going to be, I'm just picturing this in my brain right now, where Canada takes Nurse and not Bouchard, even though they play on the same team and Bouchard is clearly better. It's like you went to watch the Oilers play and you came away with the decision that you should take Nurse over Bouchard, like you should lose your job immediately.
Yeah.
Chris Letang.
Yeah, there you go.
Chris Letang plays for who?
Pittsburgh. Kyle Dubas' team.
Literally on the team.
Yeah.
Alex Pietrangelo used to play for who?
Doug Armstrong. Maybe he's salty, though.
Okay, but like, hello?
Like, that's another one. I told you I wanted to bring this up.
I will trade the United States of America, Darnell Nurse, and any of the last 5 defensemen we named for one of Jeremy Swayman or Jake Ottinger. You may have 2, and we will take 1.
Bro, if Sam Montembeault is in the conversation for your goaltending, you're cooked.
You're cooked.
Listen, I know that Canada's gonna have like Bedard, Crosby,
Just
McDavid.
put Marc-Andre Fleury in there.
Yeah, why not? But like,
honestly, at this point, like, Sam Montembeault had minus 17 fantasy points on Tuesday night.
Well, yeah, because he
gave up 6 Cobb.
Was it 8? Well, it was 8.
He gave up 6 and got yanked. That's not great.
Mm-hmm.
That's really not cute.
Anyway, let's go back to Brent Burns. Is he Canadian?
Brent Burns is also Canadian.
There we go. Cool. Another name on the list is.
That's 19.
Either one of Shea or Pesce, I believe, is Canadian, right?
Pesce.
He's better than Darnell Nurse. He's on the list as well.
Cool.
Damon Severson.
Damo!
Another one on the list.
That's our guy.
That's 20.
Okay, cool.
I told you we could name 20.
Easily.
I'm a man of my word. Okay, so.
That is Travis Sanheim in Philadelphia.
Isn't he American?
Travis Sanheim is Canadian. Because he played on the World Junior team. That's how I know.
Yes. For some reason, I thought, let me make absolutely sure. Not that I don't trust you, but.
Like, it's just honestly.
He is a Canadian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's just silliness.
So, let me pull up Brent Burns.
So is Adam Pelech.
Wacky story.
Okay.
Well, yeah, Adam Pelech.
Ryan Pollock.
Like, we could go on, man.
I mean, I could probably put,
I even look at my fantasy team. Like.
Anyways, okay, Brent Burns.
Sorry. So, Brent Burns had a wacky, crazy time.
At McDonald's, which is always an interesting situation.
So, what did the Hurricane... This is posted by Dan Murphy of Sportsnet.
Vancouver reporter.
This is the kind of reporting I want. So, what did the Hurricanes do for a post-game meal on Saturday night after their plane broke down and they had to bus from Seattle to Vancouver? Okay. So, Saturday night...
That's like a 2-hour...
The Hurricane... It's not that bad.
No,
like, it's west...
I used to drive it all the
time. People do it all the time. People do it to go... Like, that's why...
It's Ottawa to Montreal.
That's the reason why when the Jays go to Seattle, like, everyone's there because all the Vancouver fans, they go to... Yeah. They go and fill the stadium. But, like, they had their Western road trip, the Hurricanes, like the Western, like, Canada/America road trip. Plane broke down. So they go, oh, crap, we have a game tomorrow. So we have to go. So we bus. But because of that, usually, as we'll say here, the team eats on the plane. However, they couldn't.
Correct.
So, usually teams eat on the plane. But since that wasn't an option, Brent Burns got on the McDonald's app and placed an order for his teammates.
Bro, on the app?
Yeah.
This man got zillion points.
The pickup spot was in Everett.
Yo, those people...
But when the Hurricanes arrived, the walk-in option to the store was closed. Because at a certain point, like I think it's like after midnight, so you like the actual walk-in, it's only drive-through.
Yeah. So the bus had to go through the drive-through.
only drive-thru was open. Burns tried to walk through the drive-thru, but was told by the McDonald's employee he needed to be in a car.
Do you want the bus to come through the drive-thru, sir?
So,
Curbside pickup?
Burns approached a random driver sometime after midnight and asked if he would take him through the drive-thru, which he did.
What?
And I'm not sure if you can see in the camera, but that's what Brent Burns looks like. And
I'm just like picturing Rod Brindamore watching this, being like, "What is going on?"
And Dan Murphy adds, "Imagine this dude knocking on your window at that hour." So imagine
I'm out already.
Imagine Brent Burns.
Yeah.
You're in Everett right now.
It's a junior hockey town. Yeah.
Junior hockey town. I'm not sure how sketchy Everett is.
No,
Like,
it's not pretty. It's
not that
pretty
bad.
nice.
Okay, yeah, but still, you're stopped. Like, I don't care who. I don't care if it's the Queen of England. I don't like the Royals, but even still, I don't care. Anyone knocks on my window in the car at like midnight, I'm out of there. I'm out of there. Brent Burns goes up, knocks on the guy's window, goes, "Hey." Keep in mind, this is a guy missing teeth, giant beard, hair crazy. He's probably still sweaty from the game.
Yeah.
It probably smells like shit from the game.
No, they shower.
Oh, they shower. That's true. Okay. And is like, "Hey, I need McDonald's. Can you take? But I don't have my car. Can you take me through the drive?"
Because I'm on the bus that's parked over there because I play for the Carolina Hurricanes.
So I hope he acknowledged that, because if he didn't, then this guy takes him through the drive-thru, and mission accomplished. Got his order. Not sure what it was, but 100 cheeseburgers has been rumored. So imagine this guy's taking him through he's like, "Okay, fine. This guy's clearly like needs a meal. I'll help him out. I'll take him through the drive-thru."
And this guy drops like it's like a $3,000 order.
And they just like the bags keep coming, and you're like, "What the fuck did I get into here? What has happened?" So, and my favorite part about this is Burns did not want to confirm anything at all about this, telling me he only eats lean meats like venison and elk. I tried to get Burns on camera to deliver the definitive details on this, but he basically said, "I don't know what you're talking about," with a grin on his face.
Yeah. What do we think Rod Brindamore got?
He's being a little stinker. Rod Brindamore got a salad.
No, I think Rod Brindamore just was like, "I'm not eating till we get there."
No, Rod Brindamore got a Southwest salad. That's what I bet.
I have never eaten a McDonald's salad. However, they have a buffalo chicken wrap now.
Yeah. They used to have,
So good.
I'm not sure, like, I'm sure you remember, but they used to have sandwiches. Like they used to do like a BLT. It would always be the thing I'd get on the way to like a hockey game after school.
Oh, see, I just get the chicken nugs.
It was just easy, quick carbs that you go in.
I love that story though.
But that's
awesome.
So delightful.
What a good teammate.
But I think I cannot get it out of my head. You're in at midnight. Your car has to be stopped unless he flagged a guy down.
Yeah.
And
I bet you probably paid that guy like.
Oh, he probably did. But like you're in your car. It's midnight in Everett.
Yeah.
Everett's what, Washington? Like
Everett, Washington.
Everett, Washington. So you're not expecting
it's literally
things
like
to happen.
it's a border city.
Yeah, you're not expecting things to happen.
No.
You're probably like.
And the poor people at McDonald's probably not expecting a $2,000 order.
Yeah, they're probably not expecting to get like okay, how much is
a cheeseburger $1.49?
Not anymore.
No. In the U.S., it's $1.49. Yes.
Why do we live here? It's like $3 here.
Yeah.
It is a value picks thing. It's crazy. Anyway, you do that times 100. That's $3,000.
Well,
that's $300. But
yeah. No, but I'm assuming when he says cheeseburgers, he's probably meaning quarter pounders.
Yeah, which is
he's
like
not ordering
$7.
the little dinky things,
Yeah.
and those are like those are $9-10.
Mm-hmm.
So
and I can't imagine it was owned. Like I'm sure there were some fries involved
and some drinks.
I'm sure there were some drinks.
Yeah,
you know, like there was a lot involved. So,
okay.
But like you're there, you're in the middle of the night, and a guy knocks on your window who looks insane, like Brent Burns.
Pack it up.
And then you like somehow out of the goodness of your heart, he convinces you to drive him through the drive-thru, and you get there, and this guy gets like probably 20 bags filled with burgers.
It's amazing.
You go like, what the heck is going on?
No notes on
Incredible. I love that. I love that very much. All right, Rachel, it's spooky season.
Ooh.
And
spooky.
And I think it would be a good idea to play a little game.
Oh, I like this.
Because it's spooky season, and, like things are happening. We're recording this the day before Halloween. So I thought,
I was Scooby-Doo, looking all cute.
Where?
There was a Halloween party that I actually went to 3 Halloween parties.
Oh, I thought you meant like
on the
today.
weekend.
I'm like, it's
No.
Tuesday. Like,
No.
what do you, or
And
what-
I'm going,
Wednesday?
I will be, by the time this drops, I'll be in New York,
Mhm.
New Jersey. And I will be doing more Halloween parties as Scooby and Buzz Lightyear. But mostly Scooby.
So
Did I not send you the picture?
Did you? No, yeah, you did. Yeah.
Okay.
But are you just wearing out this one Scooby costume?
Yeah, I look cute in
All
it.
right. Okay. All right. Just saying.
For those of you who want to see it, it's on my Instagram.
So my question to you, Rachel,
Yep.
let's paint a picture. You're in the middle of the woods at night.
Okay, I would never be there, but yes.
You're in the middle. Can you suspend your disbelief
Okay.
for 1 second?
No, but I'm already terrified is kind
Okay.
of what I'm getting
So
at
you're in
here.
the middle of the woods.
Okay.
You know, you hear like a woo background, like a wolf. You know, like there's crickets everywhere. It's All Hallows Eve.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I want you to think of I want us to talk about some NHL players you would least want to run into.
Brent Burns.
That's one of them.
That is
one of them for sure.
the top of that list.
For me, it would be.
That, honestly, Brent Burns is certainly...
But I feel like he's like good natured, you know. Like I think you'd run and be like, "Hey, what's up?
Um,
Can you drive me through?"
Zdeno Chara. That would be terrifying if somebody that large was walking towards me. I'm like, pack it up, I'm out.
Yeah. I think, for me, see, I would say maybe Radko Gudas, but
Yes.
Radko Gudas never follows through.
No, but he's terrifying to look at. So,
Yeah.
like, you know what he kind of reminds me of is when he's like all angry and whatever, he looks like Sirius Black from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Who turns into a werewolf.
Yeah.
So that just vibe situation there, not down.
Now, you know how there's that whole, like, you know, would you rather choose a bear or a man?
I would take the bear.
I would take the bear over Evander Kane, that's for sure.
Yep.
That's someone I would not want to take.
Put it this way,
Yeah.
for character reasons, there are many hockey players that I will not name that I would not want to be caught anywhere near the woods or even a night out with. But if we're just going purely on like who looks the scariest, Brent Burns is arguably the one hockey player where like if he looked clean cut shaven like Mike, like Lou Lamoriello look, he would be the first guy I would choose because he's like is up to date on all the nature stuff. The guy has real experience like in the woods with camping and everything. Like if I had to pick an NHL player to be like I need to survive, he actually would probably be the guy that I would pick.
And I think if you want to like run away from like if they were chasing you, like some people would say like Ryan Reeves. But I would say he's very slow and you could maybe outrun him. Same with Tom Wilson these days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's no refs around, so Tom Wilson is going to do whatever he wants.
That's just true.
But he's slow.
Arbor Xhekaj is another one that would be terrifying, just with the mustache and like
Yeah.
the dark eyes.
I don't know how scared I am of Arbor Xhekaj, you know?
No. I'm talking about purely look. Who's the scariest
Yeah, but
looking?
it's a combination of things.
Oh, well, then you can't have Brent Burns in there because he's like the most
no, but Brent
outdoorsy
Burns-
human being.
But Brent Burns, no, it's a combination of like look and also on ice like ferocity.
Oh, okay, then yeah, Brent Burns
Yeah,
is in there.
But I think like
Okay, so then I wouldn't want to see Tom Wilson or Ryan Reeves.
yeah, but you could outrun them. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is true. Okay.
I've seen Ryan Reeves. The guy's got like 2 giant braces on his knees.
Yeah, he's not going very fast.
Exactly.
Anyway.
And Tom Wilson tore his ACL. Like it's, you know, that's what I'm thinking. Like I feel like Travis Konechny would be
Ooh.
wily.
Yeah.
Like he'd just come at you like a spider monkey, like blah, blah,
Braden McNabb.
Ooh, that'd be one I wouldn't want to run into.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Okay, here's an easy one.
Okay.
Either of the Kachucks.
Yeah. That'd be like running into like the Hills Have Eyes people.
Yeah, like I'm
And they
out.
just like it's or like running into like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre family where
Which,
they're all
by the way,
just-
shout out to both Brady and Matthew. Brady is a father now, and Matthew got engaged. Like a couple of
Now,
I think last week.
My favorite part of the Matthew Tkachuk engagement announcement is that the photos are framed as if he's expecting.
Okay, yeah, well, yeah. Who allowed that?
Who allowed him to be the little spoon in the engagement photos? Like I love being a little
Is
spoon.
it me, or should the shorter first of all, I think the woman should probably always be the little spoon. But, like, let's say the woman's, like, 6'2".
Mm-hmm.
But the woman should probably always just be...
Is Matthew Tkachuk's now fiance taller than him?
No.
Okay, then
She's
I don't know what was going on.
a little taller than me. I think she's, like, 5'7", 5'8".
You're a little pipsqueak, so, like, I don't know where, like...
Okay, rude.
No, that's complimentary. What, you want to be like, you're freaking huge, man.
You gargantuan rotunda.
Rotund beast? No, I'm not going to say that.
You know what somebody said to me today, and I almost cried, because I was like, that's so kind.
What do they say?
This little girl came up to me and was like, are you Belle? And I was like, what do you mean am I Belle? And she's like, from Beauty and the Beast, you look like Belle. And I was like, oh my God.
Hey,
this
that's
little
nice.
girl just thought I was a Disney princess.
How nice is that?
It made my day.
Yeah.
Because, like, very obviously, I'm not Belle. But, like, that was very wholesome and cute.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, I like you. You're cute. Whatever. Anyways.
But, yeah, I would say...
The Tkachuks, I definitely not. Radko Gudas, Brent Burns.
I think, like...
Oh, Brandon Tanev.
Yeah, he just give you, like, a weird look.
And
I feel like,
yeah.
like Sam Bennett, but, like,
Yeah.
he would befriend you and then out of nowhere just freaking, like, hack you to death with a, like, machete.
Yeah, not great. Okay.
I think he would do that.
I think it's a good list.
Yeah, I think so.
That's a good list.
Yeah, there's just a lot. There are a lot of players that I would, like, if I was in the dark, in the woods on All Hallows Eve,
Yeah.
Halloween night, I would not want to run into.
That's fair.
All right, Rachel, we can, we might as well talk a little bit about it. The Ottawa Senators almost didn't play their game last night.
Okay, so the Sens play the Blues, and the Blues started their road trip in Toronto. After Toronto on, I believe it was Wednesday, they stayed in Toronto an extra day, which is not usually what a team does. Because a ton of guys, their coach, Robert Thomas, Jordan Kyrou, a bunch of their guys are from the Toronto area, so they got to see their families. So they went out and had some fun. They went to Montreal the next day. They played Saturday night in Montreal. And then they stayed in Montreal until Monday. What do you think they did on Saturday night in Montreal? Like,
why did they do that?
Well, do you want to stay in Montreal on a Saturday night or you want to bust to Ottawa?
That's true. But
right?
they had some fun.
They had an extra day
They had some fun.
of funsies, right? Then they took the train to Ottawa on Monday for their Tuesday game. So you're telling me you came into Toronto, had an extra day on both sides of the Toronto game, then went into Montreal, had 2 days, and then you just went to Ottawa? Yeah, you were getting killed. And lo and behold, they lost 8-2. Like, they just got absolutely rinsed. But the Canadian Tire Center going dark, like...
Thank God that they're finally getting that arena.
Shout out Michael Andlauer.
But, like, this is what happens when you put a stadium in the middle of a cornfield. There's going to be power outages. There's going to be, like, hydro problems.
Issues.
Because there's not supposed to be hydro there.
Yeah, like you're taking up the grid.
There's supposed to be crops.
Crops. Which is what it's surrounded by.
There's supposed to be agriculture. And instead you have a building that houses an incredibly mediocre hockey team. But yet they came out and they beat the crap out of the Blues. And on top of that, Jordan Binnington did it again.
Loaded diaper.
Now, like, at some point, we have to let Jordan Binnington fight someone. Like, at some point, when he does that crap, someone has got to be like, all right, let's go.
You know who's going to do it?
Who?
Yaroslav Askarov.
Yeah, I can see that. If Binnington is still in the league by the time Askarov actually gets to the NHL.
True. That's fair.
Because, like, at a certain point...
Yeah.
This has got to stop. At a certain point, he's got to actually follow through on something. Because there's a lot of, him
We need somebody who's,
gloves.
like, big to just, like, beat the... Like, Robin Lehner would have been the guy.
Yeah, but I remember, like...
Or Ray Emery, God rest his soul.
I was going to say, I don't want to be like a boomer, but I remember, like, back in my day...
You know who Ivan Fedotov. That guy.
Yeah, he's like 6'7".
He's
6'8".
6'7", survived Russian military jail.
torture,
He would beat the sticks out of Jordan Binnington.
Honest
but
to
you know
God.
what? Don't do it till after Four Nations face-off because he might be the starting goaltender.
Jordan Binnington, yeah, god damn it. And like on top of that too, like Joseph Woll is maybe the nicest athlete I've ever talked to.
Yeah.
I bet Joseph Woll could beat the crap out of Jordan Binnington. Like if you lit a fire under his behind.
Probably. Anthony Stolarz for sure.
At some point, someone's got to take him up on this. At some point,
Somebody's got to do it.
Like we have to.
We just can't keep allowing this.
It's been driving me crazy.
Where's Mike Smith when you need him?
Where are the unhinged goalies? We haven't had an unhinged
Ron
goalie.
Hextall.
Like we haven't had the Ron Hextalls, the Ray Emerys, the Robin Leonards, like all of that. We don't have those unhinged goalies
Vegas,
anymore.
I will forgive you for all of your salary cap nonsense if you simply dress Robin Lehner for one game.
We don't have the wily, like crazy guys anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like everything is like goalies aren't crazy in the sense that they like will fight people or they look like insane.
Yeah, we need Hextall.
Like goalies are crazy now, and that like they'll just start talking to their posts, or they'll like,
Yes.
or they have to squirt a water bottle like 3 times on their toes before they go out there, or else they won't play very well. Like we
They
don't
have to skate in a certain pattern.
exactly. We don't have, or like Devin Levi has to like go into his crease and just
meditate. Yeah. He just has to straight meditate.
Like we don't have the crazy like Ron Hextall, like Billy Smith, like I'm always on a razor's edge about to kill you. We don't have that anymore, and it's a shame. I miss it. I miss the crazy goalies in the NHL.
Honestly, true. Me too.
Speaking of missing people, this is our Lifeline.
Dear.
Normally we do relationship advice, but today is a special holiday. It's called Text Your Ex Day. Now,
don't.
Yeah, and that's the show. Just, donate to Jumpstart. Goodbye. No, it's. What are your thoughts on texting your ex, Rachel?
I have an ex who likes to text me more than I would prefer. Usually whilst drunk.
So it goes.
Or like if I post something on Instagram, that's usually a problem. But then there is, okay, so that's like your ex, like relationship wise. I don't text my ex, like I don't text exes at all. Like that's just not a thing. If I've dated, like if I've had a relationship with you. However, there is this individual who we had like a thing, I would say, like we never dated or anything like that. We just had like a really, really deep, good friendship. And you could tell that there was like all chemistry there, but like it was nothing we ever acted on. But it was very clear that we kind of wish we did. Then the one time we did. And every so often, either one of us will call the other, and it's like it ends up being like a 3-hour phone call, or it ends up being like a text that admits like a bunch of stuff or whatever. And I've actually become really, really close with this person. So all those drunk texts work, but it was probably because we weren't actually, like we haven't ever actually dated. I would really recommend against texting your ex. I did it one time, and
Here's the thing, for guys, it does not work. I don't think a guy has ever, like the meme of like whenever something happens, then they show like Future and he's looking at his phone and it's always like, when Liam Payne died, he's just like, Liam Payne died makes you wonder if, it makes me think that we had one direction we were going in our relationship and it was down. And so now we have to have the best summer or the best night ever or something like that, like that kind of stuff.
Oh, God.
And guys will do that. They'll get in their feelings. It never works.
So you're saying if a guy texts his
I feel
ex,
like if a girl texts her ex, which is a guy, the guy is much more likely to reply to it.
I know that if I texted this particular ex, and you know this, if I texted that particular ex, he would be here in like 10 minutes? Probably
Depending
10.
on how close
He
is.
would be like on the spot here. But like Mike would also lose his mind if that happened, because he does not like my ex.
It's funny, like...
But if you texted your ex, I'd be like, what are you doing?
I haven't, ever.
Good.
Literally ever. I find that, like, when it comes to, like, actual relationships when I'm with people, like, when it's over, it's over. It's very finite. However, situationships, on the other hand,
you and
I've
I are
gotten in
very
trouble
similar
on
in the
that.
sense that we will hang on
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
And then when we're finally done, it's like, okay, we're done. Kind of thing. Situationships, though, you and I have become really good at those. Like, really good at those. But are there different rules?
I was definitely in a fuckboy phase at one point where I would just
He was.
text. I would just like do like I would hit people with the "I miss you" just to see if it worked.
God damn it!
And it was not my smartest, not my finest hour.
Did it work? Did it work once?
One of them did, but mostly it
Slay.
didn't. There was one.
'Kay.
There was one where it was, and again, it's in a fuckboy era, so don't judge me. I'd gotten out of a relationship that was 6 years long, and it was in the middle of a pandemic. But I remember texting
in the panini.
I remember texting like, "I miss you," and the response was, "I'd prefer if you didn't."
No, I remember.
And I was
this
like,
text.
"God damn, all right,
Ouch."
sounds good."
You sent me that screenshot.
And you know what's great is I stopped missing that person. You know, so
yeah.
that's how it works. But yeah.
So here I made homework for myself.
Okay.
There is a book that was released, and I will read it. I'll start reading it so that when we do a Christmas episode,
Okay.
We can talk about it. It is a Grinch fanfic. Yes! I was in the bookstore yesterday. Because Mike knows this, I like to read a lot. And I read rom-coms, romance, because I need to take my mind off of what I do for a living. So I can't read sports books. I saw this thing, and I was like, there has never been a book that's been, like, more written for me than that particular book.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta read it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna read it.
Give it a shot.
And we're gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna make Mike read it because it's like 500 pages.
Although if there are interesting snippets, we can read it on the podcast.
I like it.
Like
but just
the
think
Grinch
a Grinch fanfic.
unfurled his green member. You know, like
Oh God.
you know, like it's yeah.
All right. Well.
On that note, subscribe to Jumpstart. Donate to Jumpstart. It's our charity of choice. Jumpstart helps economically disadvantaged kids play team sports, which is a cause that is near and dear to our hearts. So all the links and everything will be in the description of this episode. If you can, we very much urge you to donate. It's a very great cause. Rachel and I, it's very important to us. On top of that, we will be having... There'll be we're finally branching out with the content now when it comes to Puck Social. Like, we're going to have Mike's Meals for One. They're going to come back. I'm going to be doing some video game streams, get those back going, hopefully in the middle of November. And yeah, a lot more fun things to look forward to. So take care and bring the boom.